any days on. I'm back. I got back from Sardinia, Cala Forte, on the little island of San Pietro at midnight, and I've had a lovely day with my daughter yesterday, and now I am back in the woods on my regular, some might say scheduled, morning walk, my triangular walk between a lovely wooded path along the edge of a dale with a fabulous view of the Derbyshire Dales, and then thirdly through the cathedral of trees, the Douglas firs and others in the dark wood. That's my usual morning walk. I'm feeling rather pleased with myself this morning because not only have I been to the gym and done a plank, oh yes, and other things, and a swim and a sauna, I've done 2 hours work on my book, and I'm hoping this can become part of my new schedule after what was a most pleasant reset of a 2-week holiday. Some of it very hot, so keeping out of the heat, some of it very pleasant, and all of it holy days or vacation. A vacation for mind, body and spirit in a way. We need these times of regathering our energies, don't we? I hope you've had your summer holiday, if that's what you do. Some of the people I meet in the spa, who are there every morning, every day, they are retired, and so you could say every day is a holiday for them, but some of them, they don't half look miserable, and I notice that if you engage in a little chat with them in the jacuzzi like I did this morning, very often, and I understand why, they revert to talking about who they used to be, what they used to do. In this case, he was an archaeologist, and clearly he would still prefer to be a working archaeologist than lounging about in a jacuzzi in the spa. And I find this slightly unnerving, don't you? Is that really what defines us? I'm an archaeologist. I'm an accountant. I'm a fitness instructor. This is very, of course, this is very strong in our culture, every culture, in modern life anyway. I suppose when we were in these woods 40,000 years ago, you didn't need to identify yourself as a hunter-gatherer. Or 10,000 years ago as a farmer, because everybody was, I suppose. When did we start to have specialist trades like a blacksmith or an arrow maker? Anyway, we do hang our hat on our jobs for status, don't we? It's very important. I like to have a boast occasionally in my unhumble moments about the spiritual unfoldment channel. That's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? Boasting about a spiritual channel. But I think you know what I mean. it reaches a lot of people with very helpful messages. As for this channel, if you haven't already subscribed, why not? And like the YouTube algorithm is very sensitive to likes and subscribes. And I suppose my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. You see, everything's measured in our culture, isn't it? Here's the 3 hides, the 3 shelters if you get caught short. Number 1 shelter, and then there are 2 here. I haven't actually stayed overnight in any of them. I think it was very wet in the night last night. There's lots of standing water today. There's number 2 shelter, and there's number 3 shelter. And yes, I have considered hosting some sort of spiritual, shall we say, workshop here in the woods, going for walks to my favourite places here and the 9 Ladies Stone Circle. I could repurpose my 5 Paths course that I do occasionally on Lanzarote, my mystical meditation walks in the footsteps of Cesar Manrique. Of course, there's no Cesar Manrique here. I'm not sure if there is the equivalent. Maybe I am the Cesar Manrique. I'm the Phil Shanksrique of the Derbyshire Dales now. Why not? Indeed, it's very, very mulchy and boggy underfoot here. I don't think I'm really cut out to live in the woods. I'm not really a backwoods man. I don't have an axe, for example, and I would struggle to light a fire by, using a Ray Mears type of contraption, a bent piece of yew with a goose tongue as a string for the bow and a stick and moss. All the moss is wet anyway, so I don't think it would be very wise of me to offer a sort of a survivalist course in the woods here. Nobody would get out alive, but as you can imagine, as I can imagine, the emphasis would not be on physical survival, but let's call it spiritual survival, because we are more than this mortal frame, aren't we? However enjoyable it is, whether on holiday or in the woods. It's a compulsion, isn't it? Well, it is for me to look for, or to experience, to inhabit the spiritual plane. It just seems natural. Of course, we're more than a body. We're not just a JCB in flesh, nor are we the computer controller of the JCB in flesh. My growing conviction, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about at the Soul Marler event in Bakewell at the beginning of September, is that we are nothing other than sparks of the divine.